Oh, hey, welcome to the podcast of Damn That's Good with Big Salinas Barbecue. Yeah, I started it weird, so shut up. My teams ain't won a game all year. Fantasy, college, pro team got beat. But let's talk barbecue. This is the podcast. We talk everything around barbecue and around the pit. Joined by my brother Randy and our newest podcast and team member, Mr. Ed Ross. Welcome to the show. Randy, take it away.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 71. It's the first time since April, I believe, somewhere around there. But we are back. We're going to talk everything barbecue and whatever else we get into. We're going to change things up so there's no intro as of right now. There's no segments. We're just going to kind of roll until we decide to cut it off or we tell Junior to shut up, which may be it'd probably be early. Probably. What you think,
I'll be
Ed?
right.
Probably about 5 minutes.
I don't think it'll take that long.
Fuck
But
y'all.
what is going on, Ed? What have you cooked up lately?
Let's see. I did a smoked meatloaf the other day, last weekend. Turned out really nice. Used some of the Big Salinas uh, regular barbecue sauce. Was delicious as always. Perfect complement to a meatloaf. Let's see what else. I did some chicken wings this past weekend for the football, and smoking wise, that's probably been about it. Grilling wise, I did some steaks. I think everybody loves a good steak and baked potato every once in a while. Other than that, that's probably about it.
Yeah, everyone loves a good steak, potatoes, whatever it is. Junior, what have you been cooking up?
Let's see. Did some kebabs last weekend. Threw those down. Used that holy garlic and the cowabunga. Couple nights ago, we threw down some fajitas on the grill with some grilled bell peppers and onions, some roasted corn. The corn came out awesome. Um, I didn't try to see how hot I could get the grill this time, so it worked out a lot better for me. But that's about all. And then I think somewhere along the lines, I cooked a steak. That's about it.
That is about it, he says.
That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
cook. I just eat.
you don't cook. You got that right. But I mean, I've cooked up some briskets, some Texas Twinkies this past weekend for a customer. Um, what else did I cook? Steaks, made up some sausage. Can't divulge what we put in there. Only the Junior and Ed knows. We're keeping that a secret till after October. So November, we'll kind of let you know. But we're just kind of working on some recipes. We did cook up beans for the fantasy draft. Uh, some dessert, which we won't divulge either until after the Royal. So November, then we kind of give everybody what we cooked. But that's going to be Ed's specialty. Is that dessert? I'm trying to think, what else have I cooked? I think that's about it. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I think for the fantasy draft, we all did a little here, there, little American Royal practice for it. I think we got the recipe. I think what we're gonna roll with, but we'll see.
Oh yeah,
I definitely
for
know.
sure. We have definitely we got a couple sponsors for the Royal already. Of course, we're rocking that Curveball whiskey for the Royal. Um, got the Good Charcoal Company to give us some charcoal, and then Gourmet Wood products. They're going to give us some. They already gave us some wood for our drums and everything else we may need it for the Royal. Uh, what do y'all think about the Good Charcoal? Have you tried that the bag that I left you, Junior?
I try. I've used the lump that we had on there. Um, it was a windy day or something, and that sucker got hot fast. So I had to cut it down to where it was barely open to get the temperature back to normal. I used some of the briquettes the yesterday or 2 days ago when I cooked the fajitas out there, and was able to really manage the temperature really well. And they don't burn as fast as they burn pretty slow. So temperature stayed right there. I basically had it wide open, and was able to kind of keep it right at the temperature that I wanted, so I didn't have to sit out there for a while and cook. I can just kind of get to what I wanted done, and not overcook it for sure. So
I
I
agree.
give it a
Last
2 thumbs up.
There you go. Last time I used the lump, and it w- perfect for me. I definitely, like Junior said, gets hot but stays hot. It worked perfect for everything that I needed. I haven't had the chance to use the briquettes yet, but uh, next time I go to the store, I'll make sure I pick up a bag.
Oh yeah, they both briquettes and the lump burn. They get real hot real fast, and it does take a good while before that do go out, depending on how hot you get it. Certainly, if you're going to be grilling, cooking at those high temperatures, 400 or 500 degrees or higher, certainly it's going to go really, really quickly. But I think I've had it 350, 400 with, cooking them in the drums, Weber. It's lasted at least 6, 8 hours, and it's like, I would say probably about a chimney of charcoal that I put in the Weber. In the drum I cooked those briskets on, probably ran about not even maybe a quarter to a little bit over half the basket left still in there. So I mean, it runs a good ways. Definitely does impart some good flavor. No harsh chemicals, none of that stuff. So definitely give it a try. Let us know what you think. Um, that gourmet wood definitely go to put in. They got some chunks. They got the pieces of wood you can put in, whether if you're running stick burners, whatever it is. Give them a try as well. I know Ed has tried this other one that I gave y'all, but that Texas Legends um, starter. What did you think about it, Ed?
It got quick. It got hot quick. That's what I'll say. Is I didn't have to babysit. I didn't have to sit there and watch and check on it, make sure left it wide open, and solid burn. It kept burning way longer than what I anticipated it uh, for a whole chimney. It was easy. So definitely would recommend them. Give them a big shout out on Instagram whenever we did that. So yeah, definitely recommend.
Have you tried them yet, Junior?
Things talking about the sandbag looking things.
Yeah.
It twice. Once with basically a whole thing of lump, and Ed's completely right. It's you said it, and within I think maybe not even 10 minutes, it's okay. I can lay this out where I need to. I used it the other day when I was adding to the lump that I had saved. I had suffocated it down. I didn't want to burn it out this time. So I said, I still got some good chunks in there. Let's save it. And so I just added the briquettes on top of the lump to it. So I didn't need a full basket. So I actually flipped the basket upside down. So it had a ways to get up there. And it still was, I think, with about not even 10 minutes or so, it was, I needed it. I could dump the briquettes out. It was done. It was gone. Still kind of was burning a little bit, but I liked it. It worked out really well for using it both ways that I needed it to use.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend Texas Legends fire starters. You can find them on Instagram and TikTok. It's Texas Legends Barbecue or BBQ. Definitely give that product a try, and let him know, hey, Big Salinas Barbecue sent you, and he will hook you up for sure. Um, Trying to think that's it for now is what we got sponsored wise for the Royal. But if you want to hop in on that sponsorship or you got some products that you want to try, definitely hit us up and let us know. Speaking of that, I did forget. There is one still. Their Shine Sauce Company is going to be sending us some stuff for the road, so we'll be kind of picking up some things during the night activities, trying to see what he sends, and then we'll kind of plan to see what we're gonna cook up on those days, which is gonna be fun. Definitely gonna be fun in Kansas City.
Come on, join us if you're out in the area or whatever. You're there. Definitely come hit us up. Let us know. We'd love to have a few cold ones with you for sure. It's always fun to meet people that you've heard their voice or you've seen their pictures, but to actually get to meet them is pretty cool. So definitely, if you're out there in the area, you're swinging through, swinging by, whatever. Hey, let us know. We'll come meet you somewhere else if you don't want to go in the actual event. You're just swinging through Missouri or whatever, Kansas, Missouri, whatever it is. Um, just let us know and we can come because we're going to be out there hanging out, getting away from the wife, the kids, the little guy's trip, doing some barbecuing.
Thank God.
What more can you ask for there?
I need to get rid of him.
Praise the Lord. Nah, yeah, definitely a much needed guys trip. You know, when we mentioned it at the very, very beginning of the year, everybody started laughing. But sometimes you just need to get away from everybody to kind of have some fun, reset. So casino, I don't know what the name of that casino is, but y'all know it's one casino that you have to pass through Kansas on the way there. So we're stopping there for the night on Tuesday. So if we're going to be there, definitely let us know. We'll have a couple drinks. And who knows? We're going to be doing some gambling for sure. Yeah. And then during the week, definitely I know Wednesday and probably Thursday we'll be making our rounds through Kansas City, trying some couple spots. Uh, Ed, what kind of places you going to take us? Is that your area?
It's been so long since I lived there. I know there's a couple of good spots that have kind of popped up. Um, so I got to talk to some of my contacts that are there locally and see where exactly we should stop in.
Yeah. Well, sure. I know one place is probably going to be Slaps or something. I think us and Chad probably want to go to. Um, and then after that, I mean, I don't know where else.
I think
Probably some.
one that my brother-in-law was telling me about is Q39 down in Midtown. Uh, they're from what I read about them and seen, they seem to be a comp style as well, where they're kind of where they're competing, winning a lot of awards. So I'd be curious to see what they're throwing down.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Uh, what else? Any particular spots you want to hit up, Junior? You want some steak? We'll make a
Of
steak.
course. I think we can grill some steaks, but yeah, we can definitely find some steaks or something like that down there. Um, I'm all for, you said you were getting some stuff, trying some stuff down there, having some lunch, some dinner a couple nights. And then, of course, once the gates close, that's where we'll be kind of cooking there. Hard to leave when, you got to pay to get in or you can only get in here and there. So, yeah, I mean, we definitely do it up for sure.
Yep. Definitely gonna be here. Probably having some delicious breakfast most of the time there. Probably some of those pancakes. Maybe do some sausage biscuits or one day.
Pancakes like we did the last time.
No, you don't need 85.
You need 90 this time.
Smash burger pancakes or something. If we make that many, get creative. We
Yeah.
do have a lot,
But
but
yeah, we don't need that much.
hard not to have a lot with making pancakes because you can only make it really one way. You know, if you make it smaller, you're guessing, and it could come out like trash.
Yeah, can do some bacon pancakes, maybe. Just an idea. But we'll see. There's
That
some,
happen.
yeah, definitely look forward to it. Uh, what else y'all want to talk about? What you want to talk about, Ed?
Let's you know what? Let's get into some of the comps that we've worked so far this year, leading up to the Royal.
We do have a competition coming up too. That's right, in October at Eldorado Chevrolet. So definitely, if you're in McKinney area, come join us. We will. I will try to leave the competition without buying something. That's going to be my goal. If I buy anything, so we'll go from there. But yeah, it's a good idea. Let's we can go over the comps that we've done. We've gone over a couple. The couple Weatherford ones we did, I thought pretty decent on, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely October 18th and 19th will be at Eldorado Chevrolet. So definitely come out to in McKinney. Um, and then, of course, will be the Royal the couple weeks after that. Um, I don't forgot when was the last kickoff we did. We did Will's Point.
Will's Point, like I said, I don't know if we talked about it or not.
Will's Point was hot. Let's just say that it was hot. Ed did not go out to that one.
I did not.
He didn't miss much. But I mean, that one. I mean, it was fun. It was an interesting drive there, I would say, because construction and back roads, watching one of the lakes be the spillway be opened up to kind of get some water out of it. Very nice cook off. I think we finished 11th. We got top 10 in brisket for sure. I don't remember what place it was so long ago. And then I think 11th in ribs or something like that.
You finished within the top 10 overall. I don't remember all
we
the
were
on
11th.
it.
We were just on the outside. That much I remember. Because we finished with 11 points, and then someone that won, he won chicken. He got 11th, and he thought he should have been there, but we had the trump card because we finished higher in brisket. But it was an outlaw one, very fun. Definitely give it a try. We did the Weatherford ones. The other one in Weatherford that we did, Ed did not go out to that one. He did not miss much there because it was just raining, horrible. And then we did the Cowboy one. We talked about the Cowboy one.
Oh yeah, we did the Cowboy one.
Cowboy one. Yep.
Weatherford for sure. That one was a fun one. It's gonna be big next year.
We did the Elk Lodge one.
Yep.
I think that's it. I think we've only done 4.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. There might be one we're missing. 2 Weatherfords, AT&T, Elks Lodge. And that's the only thing. And Will's Point, so 5. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, we stopped there. We had stopped for a while because it got too hot. And with everybody, I definitely don't want nobody getting sick, especially getting the heat getting to them. They trying to take nobody to the emergency room. I hear about it the next day, especially with me because that heat and then the heat off the drums don't mix. And you're coming.
Yeah, there's no need for all that.
No.
We did that
We're not proving anything to anybody else.
Yeah.
The one that gets the heat since you're right there over the smokers. So, but that wouldn't have been me. I'd have been in the AC.
You're always in the AC. You're like your mama, always in the AC.
Oh. Yeah, but this is Royal with its 30-minute turn-ins, and hopefully we're not 10 miles away like we were last year.
We done
told and I got to turn in.
You better start
working that now.
Start walking. When you're at home, on your breaks, you better go for a run. Go
I
for a
was gonna
walk.
say he better see a treadmill and him walking like this, both hands.
Always two hands. Always.
When Eden gets
Always.
home, he's gonna be taking her out for a run. Come on, let's go run. You gotta get my exercise in.
Running nowhere. The running days are over with. I didn't run when we played softball. Ask Ed.
You ain't lying there.
I only had to run when they put batted him behind me somehow. The girl didn't get on base. I was like, damn it, it's gonna hit. I got to run.
Even I don't run anymore.
Ain't none of us run.
Running days are over.
All time we running for a buffet.
There you go.
Half price at the buffet.
So leading into El Dorado, what are you focused on the most as kind of our last practice right before the Royal? Did I lose audio?
No, my
Great
mic.
question. For me,
I had it on mute, and then it wouldn't come off of mute. I tell you what, if it's not one thing over here,
is it an outlaw one? We're technically because Sundays at church.
yeah, El Dorado is an outlaw one. But basically, it's going to be knocking off the rust. So definitely focusing on um, taste for the ribs, making sure I got them where I want them. Um, Same thing with the brisket. Um, and then chicken is just trying not to mess up the chicken half, to be honest. I mean, because that's my weakness for whatever reason. But like I said, it's just mainly just knock off the rust, see what happens, have some fun. For Junior, it's going to be definitely his last go-to run before the Royal Beans. So if he messes up the beans, we're going to have to kick him off. He's going to be done. We get one shot.
This one, hey, now hang on, hold up, wait a minute. This one has a restrictions where nothing can be bigger than a bean. At the Royal, it kind of is anything goes. So I think this would be a good one to try to the idea of smoking just the bacon with it. I think I tried the beans one day, um, smoking the bacon all together in it, and it had a very good smoky taste, but it didn't. We didn't have the peach preserve that we used that one day. So I think trying it with the one we decided to go with, maybe smoking that bacon and stuff again, and see how it comes out. See if we can't go. Well, obviously, we'll have to make that bacon, chop it up real thin, which we did. We were successful on it last time. We finished second in Will's Point. So hopefully we can this time take first and go in.
Yep. I would definitely say not to change the recipe. I mean, we've been rolling that same recipe all year. We've had
Toying
good
with was
results
the
with
bacon.
the exception of one. We won't talk about that one.
No.
The Royal is we can do like we did last year. We could make sure that they're getting that bite with bacon, with smoke, with everything. So I think here is just going to be to perfect it. We'll try it the way we did it for the fantasy draft, and let's go with it.
Yep. Definitely presentation wise for the beans for the Royal, I got it. Kind of little twist on what we did last year. That we'll probably discuss when we meet up in person. But same feel, but just kind of, you know what I mean? We'll talk about it later. But I mean, that's basically just we're just gonna be knocking off the rust, have some fun. Um, trying to see what happens. Trying to see if we can win some money before the big game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's the one definitely closest one we're gonna get for sure.
the closest one we've been to all year because every single one of these has been further and further and further away. Uh, but it is what it is. Like I said, I think you said it best. Winter, a lot of people, and that's the one thing I was telling somebody here. They're like, "You're in a competition," and I was like, "No," because it gets hot here in Texas. So a lot of the competitions go away. It's not like up north and stuff where it's a little cooler weather and you can kind of just go at it for the summertime or go at it all year round. Ours are kind of the opposite down here when it's 125 degrees outside.
I think that's the last thing people are thinking about when it's 105 outside is, oh yeah, let's go stand outside in front of a barbecue for, for multiple hours on end.
Especially with no shade, because around here there's hardly any shade. You have to get the right cook off to have some shade, uh, and then you got to hope that the awards are in shade or in the AC, and half the time they're outside, so you're exposed to the heat once again. But I mean, and we all have jobs. We don't have. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't got that kind of cash to be spending every week. That's for sure. I ain't. I ain't a baller like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between rising meat costs, travel, it just it's kind of makes it to where you can't compete every weekend, even if you found a competition. Plus it's like Junior mentioned, we just don't have the number of comps around us that would really draw us in to compete on a regular basis like that.
Yep. That is true. I mean, because all the big ones you have to go. You got to go to Houston or you got to go up north somewhere. You got to travel. Now, I mean, there's good ones around here, but they're cash wise. If got a weekend and you want to spend money, definitely you can get in. You can find one. But I mean, like I said, with the heat this summer, no, got to pay my bills first.
That's right.
We talked about it was there's no real KCBS down here. So I think we said the nearest one that we talked about was in like Lubbock, which is like 5.5 hours on a regular drive. You're pulling a trailer, add a couple hours to that thing. That's gas wise, you're already talking about and fuel costs. Look at the cost of it already. Um, so yeah, if we could find some other ones closer that wouldn't be with an arm and three legs to get down there, I would say let's do it. But I think the ones we have are far enough.
Yeah, I mean, I know it
Weatherford
was
already
one
is far enough.
this past weekend, Danny Dietz, but it was again, was in the Houston area. Um, I mean, and I had stuff that had a customer that wanted something. Um, so we've been catering. We got a big wedding cater here. What? Not this Friday, but next Friday. So that's going to be, you know, our money, our gas expense for the Royal. Because who knows how much it's going to cost us? It'll cost me, I should say. Um, but we're taking your credit card. That's what I'm using. Just here to get.
So have you seen my credit report? Shit, it's maxed out. There's a reason why I can't buy the house across from Ed's town. Shit. They said, you must be crazy. Get that on out of here. No, I agree. I mean, that hopefully we can, like I said, we can get some the catering stuff, and that's one thing we've always said comes first. That to me, we have more enjoyment, especially when you get the reviews from them. Hey, this was great. This was awesome. And it's even led to other jobs down the road to it. And that's kind of more of our bread and butter. The competitions we just like to do just to get experience, get that notoriety. And I mean, don't get us wrong. I mean, if you're watching this, you can see the trophies on the thing. Randy would love to add some more trophies to his wall. But for us, when it comes to an event versus catering, we'll choose catering. Not all qualified.
I got the royal trophy's gonna go right there, right here,
Right in the middle, he said.
right in the middle.
First place beans. I'm never cooking beans ever again. I want that here. Podcast. What are we? 71. I'm done. I'm not cooking them at the house for fun. Nothing. Done.
He said it's on the shelf
You
after a win. It's on the
That's
shelf.
it. Done.
He says that
No
now until
beans.
Chester says, "Junior, I want some beans."
You can't ever make her happy. It's one day it's great. The next day it needs this. It's the same recipe cooked the exact same way. What do you mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely, because you mean she wants everything to have a lot of smoke flavor. Um, and like I said, this is the same recipe we used at the last Royal, and we were one judge off. Um, so I mean, there's nothing really to change. I mean, I think the only thing we've talked about Ed brought up was maybe to thicken it up a little bit. I tried it, and yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not touching it again.
Don't touch it, 'cause you
We
know
don't.
what happens when you touch the beans.
Yeah, we don't have to bring that one up.
Let's not bring that one back. Let's not relive
It's all
that
Ed.
because I never heard the end of it.
It's all Ed's.
No, that's your fault. It's Randy Anthony Salinas.
It's Ed.
His fault.
Ed forgot the napkin last year.
I was gonna say I'm not worried about
It's
being something being
disqualified.
thick. I'm worried about paper towels. That's my concern.
Don't touch the paper towels. If we don't let him touch the paper towels, we're all right. He can use his hand, even to wipe his hands. He can use his shirt, whatever. Don't touch a paper
I'm
towel.
gonna say I'm just gonna tie a rag to the tag of my shirt here, so I just have it like a baby. That's what I can use. That's what I can.
we,
That's it.
we got some aprons. You got some aprons. You
There
can
you
just
go.
put it on and walk around. And there you go.
Yeah, we got
We've
aprons
never
here.
used these.
Oh,
Dude,
we never used the aprons, but I got aprons.
Dad wanted them and never.
He wore them once. I just don't like it because it's got the thing where you go around your neck, and I don't like it touching my neck. It just bugs me. But we got them. We got them. They're in the trailer.
There you go. So staying on that same kind of topic that you brought up, Randy, is is the over smoke, because that's the last thing I think we want in any of our anything to be over smoked. So with that, how do you feel controlling the amount of smoke that we actually have in the meats, in the beans, in anything else that we might be cooking? Uh, how important is that to you as kind of our pit master, controlling that amount of smoke?
I mean, with the meats is just making sure uh, you don't have the harsh smells. Um, so making there's nothing in there that's gonna draw harsh smells, any kind of bad chemicals, lighter fluids, stuff like that. Because like with brisket's only gonna absorb smoke for 6 hours. And it's not gonna be unwrapped for that long. So, I mean, you're not gonna get that much smoke flavor in the meats. You're gonna get enough, but I think for us, I don't think we've ever been able to tell. Maybe in the chicken or turkey, definitely in the turkey breast. In the turkey breast, you'll be able to taste the difference. Um,
For sure.
I
but
think
yeah,
I
like
really
sides, like
keep that.
definitely like with the beans for sure, you have it to where you lose the juice or lose the water, and then it gets too thick. Um, and then you don't want a judge to taste it and like, oh no, this is way too much smoke. Now you may get those ones that's like, oh, this is perfect smoke, and it's like to us, it's like no,
Yeah.
So you may get those.
Definitely a level of personal preference to it without getting to that acrid taste that the oversmoke can kind of lead to.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, definitely um, personal preference. But like I said, I've never been able to tell the difference. Um, now, definitely when you go to like a barbecue restaurant, you can. We've been to some. Um, not going to name it, but there's one around here that's in between us, closer to y'all. That me and Junior's gone to, and we're like, oh, this has got a lot of smoke in there.
Yeah, when you can no longer taste the spice profile or the seasoning and all you taste is smoke, it defeats the whole purpose, honestly.
Agreed. But that's the same way with like spicy food. When it's too spicy, you don't taste your actual ingredients. You're just tasting that super spice. I think you're right, Randy. The key would be to keep this too much, have just the right amount of smoke in our sides, especially because that's our element. And if we have too much, then we're just hoping that we get judges that are like Chelsea and want that smoke flavor. But if we get judges that don't, we might as well pack that up and chalk that up to a last place finish, or you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like the dessert you cooked that one day for us, Ed, where everyone was like, "It's really, really good," but then I just had this like off taste to it.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about it. Maybe it was the overkill of the smoke. I thought, but since you may get that one judge that's like that, and you don't want it to be your scores to be real high across the board, and also get that one that one judge will kill you. You want the same scores across the board. That's what you're aiming for, perfect tens or whatever, perfect nines, you should say. Um, you know, so the closer we can get to them, hey, that's what we're shooting for. So definitely we're going to be watching closely with the sides for the smoke. Brisket wise, we're just going to try and make it taste like brisket, just like I always do.
There you
We'll
go.
see what happens. See if they like it this year. Maybe they will.
I think with the core group of meats, it truly is going to be dependent upon each of the judges. Uh, I think we've shown ourselves through the competitions that we're extremely consistent with the flavor profile that we're looking for, and I don't think we have anything to worry about there. It truly just comes down to what table you land on. What judge does that judge like their barbecue a little bit more smoky? Do they like it a little bit more pepper forward? Do they like it's all going to be dependent upon that judge and that table that you land on.
Yeah, for sure. We've definitely been consistent across the board.
The judge that has massive hoo-hoos.
Huh?
That's what we did last year. Me and Mason went to the judge. It was just because we wanted him.
He had his eye on a different prize that day.
That's probably why we finished last. You.
No, we finished last because somebody left a napkin in the thing. Let's just get it right. No, it's all. But you're right. It's all luck of the draw. It's all Can we get at the right table? And if you happen to get the wrong table with guys that did a fraction better than you or whatever, that takes it from you're on the podium to your 500 in the top 500, whatever, because there's so many teams at this event. I think most people's goals is like the top half. Let's just get in the top 50% of this thing. I think we have the products that we're doing that we've been practicing to get a walk, for sure, to get on that stage with something. So we'll see. So here's a question, just to switch topics a little bit. How good has your smell gotten with cooking barbecue? Starting the lighter, starting your smokers the way that you can walk, and literally 30 yards away you can smell lighter fluid. We were at a party yesterday in the park in McKinney, and we walked over, and we had to have been 30 to 40 yards away. And I was like, I smell Kingsford, and I smell lighter fluid. We on the side of where this party's at. And sure enough, there's a bag of Kingsford charcoal and there's the lighter fluid next to it. And Chelsea goes, "You've been around. Y'all started your fire way too much if you can smell that from that far away." Has that happened to y'all? Have y'all come in contact with that at all? Or is it just me being retarded?
It's been more than a hot second since I've been around anybody who would willingly use lighter fluid. I think there's been enough education in our group and in the people that we hang around that would know better than to be doing that. But I haven't run into that in public at all. Luckily,
I mean, I've run into
Smell.
coming home and pulling in my, and instead of not even getting out of the truck, both me and mom are like, "Hey, you can smell lighter fluid." So, and it was me talking driveway to the neighbor's backyard. Um, but so definitely
Well,
you
that's a
can.
distinct smell, and that. But that's what I was telling Chelsea. I was like, if we can smell it from that far. When we got closer, when we left, she could smell it. I was like, if you can smell it from still 10, 15 yards away, I mean, you can picture a football field 10, 15 yards. You can still smell that thing. What do you think? How do you think your meat's going to taste on it? And she mentioned the story that her dad used to do it, and now he doesn't. He goes with the tumbleweeds, which are another great way to start your lighter, your smokers or grills or whatever. Um, but it's like, wow, if you could smell it from that far, imagine what that's going into your meat. Imagine what you're eating at that point to do it. So don't use lighter fluid, people. Uh, hit up somewhere and you can find five starters. I got to get the coworker behind me. I'll ask him about. He's from Kansas City. I'll ask him some good OG local spots to eat at, and I got to give him some fire starters here because he uses a lighter fluid, and we can't have that. I can't have that.
Yeah, definitely give all those products a try. Um, the fire cups, the Texas Legends, fire starters, tumbleweeds. Same thing with the charcoals. Definitely try different ones to find the ones that you like and that you and your family prefer. So definitely give all those a try. What else y'all want to talk
Talk about. Let's see. We were talking about things to eat. I'm trying to think about it. I was a little spoiled. We went on vacation to New Orleans. I don't know if I knows this, but we went to New Orleans to visit our aunt. It's a nun down there. We had the best seafood I've ever had down there. I know they don't have good seafood in Kansas City. What is the state? Is it barbecue the staple for Kansas City? I mean, you're
yeah,
from there.
yeah. I would say barbecue, steaks. Those are going to be your quintessential Midwest dishes that you're going to go for. Obviously, there's the big names. Arthur Bryant's is there. Um, Oklahoma Joe's is based out of there. So you have a few kind of big names in Kansas City. Um, Jack Stacks is there. Is another big name one. Quite a few restaurants around downtown. So, but I would say definitely barbecue and steaks are going to be your big hitters there in Kansas City.
about? They got barbecue in Kansas City. The first time I'm
Just a little bit.
Just a little sweet thing. Cool. Cool. We'll have to try it out. If you know of a spot you're listening to or whatever, hit us up. Let us know. Say, hey, you have to try this spot or whatever. We'll give it a shot and do our reviews. Now, we've done it in the past. Let's ask, have you been to any restaurants that you want to give a review on? Anybody been to any barbecue style restaurant? I was, and you know mine, and we've said it, and it's trash. at all.
I mean, I hadn't been to a barbecue restaurant in forever, so
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't say that I've been to anything since I kind of started cooking with you guys. I don't know that I've had any need or desire to go to anywhere outside of that.
I wanted to go because it was my father-in-law's birthday, and he wanted to go to the Hard Eight. And let's just put it this way: I've had better. I leave it that way. I've had better.
now wait a minute. Ed just said he hadn't been one in a while, and he said that his dad made him go to one, made him go get some brisket.
Oh no, he did say his dad made him go
Oh,
get some brisket at one point. That is right. Way to
you're
bring
right.
that
You're
up.
right.
See, Ed already fucking up.
I mean, no, Dad being from out of town, didn't want to go wait in one of the lines at either Heart Aid or Hutch or
Yes,
anywhere around us. So uh, ended up at Rudy's of all places, uh, for what? A baked potato, not even for brisket. So, uh, you know, can you call it barbecue if you're having a baked potato instead of brisket or ribs or pork?
what kind of
Kind
meat
of a
was on the
To
baked potato?
Jason
Was it
Deli.
plain?
you know what? I
You
don't
should
even recall if we had meat on the potato.
have taken it out to McAllister's or Jason's Deli for a freaking baked potato.
I
Shit.
Something.
I mean,
It's your
I
pops.
damn
We
you
can't
will.
do it. We bought you something really cool that we're gonna take advantage of. That's a lie.
right. Oh, hey, I get it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, like I said, it's. I'm ever since we started cooking, it's like I rather have. I don't like Randy cooks the brisket, and it's like sometimes we're in the mood, and I was like, we're in the mood for brisket, but it's noon. I can't have Randy cook a brisket at noon. He's gonna still want to do it his style. So we'll try to do it, here on the Weber kettle or something like that, and make it at the house. I have a hard time buying food that's really good. Now, don't get me wrong, Hutchinson's good, and you have your hurtados, and it's good. I've never had it, so people have said it's good. So we went to the Ranger game, and I wasn't going to wait in that long line for it. So even though those nachos that they were producing out of the baseball size helmet looked really good, just wasn't going to wait in that long line to get it. I thought it was the
Yeah, I was paying for all that, and that was kind of funny. We went to the game, and we all somehow ended up with golden chick. Every single one of us.
thing.
How that happened?
No, I had nachos. Then I didn't end up with golden chicken. I had nachos. So I want that to be on record. I had nachos.
He had golden chick.
But yeah, it
Well,
was funny because Leslie and all her kids went golden chick. David, everybody. Eden and Chelsea had golden chick. Y'all had golden chick. I had nachos with some chili or something on it. I just wanted something different. I mean, I didn't. I'm going there to eat junk that I would not eat on a regular basis, especially spending about the same amount. I will say it was a cool game though. Inside, so if you've never been to a Ranger game, season's already over at this point. It's in there. Ed's been to some football games, indoor football games that he didn't decide to invite nobody because we'll have to go next year. Maybe we'll have a big old group outing or something, uh, and check those out.
I had to vet it first before I put my name on something to say, hey, let's go as a group over here. But no, definitely well worth the cheap tickets for the Frisco Fighters over at Comerica. Uh, I don't even know what is it. Comerica. It's not Comerica Park, um, but it's an indoor. It's part of the indoor football league. Definitely well worth the cheap admission ticket. Uh, ton of energy in there. It's definitely a great time. I think next year, next season, we definitely got to get a group of us out there.
So,
For
yeah.
sure.
Move in. I don't have any other questions. I mean, other than what, any new barbecue tools or that y'all have that y'all want to give a review on? Anything you think other than the starters that you have?
I didn't hear a word you said.
Yeah, I did.
Ninja. Oh, okay. Any other barbecue tools or cooking equipment that you've used for barbecue?
I have not gotten anything new. But I know there is someone here that's gotten something new.
Yeah, for my birthday, my old man got me the Ninja Woodfire grill. It's a little mini pellet grill essentially is what it boils down to, but it has it's a multifunctional tool that you can kind of use as a pellet grill, pellet smoker, dehydrator. It it kind of mixes the best of an air fryer along with a pellet smoker, so you get that you can infuse that smoke in a very quick time frame. I know Amanda and I have loved doing chicken wings on it. We've been able to do those in less than 25 minutes most of the time, and you get a nice smoke flavor, you get a nice crisp. It's always our favorite to go to with a side chick rub, along with some lemon pepper. We like that combo of flavors. It's a solid win. You know, goes great with just about everything. So it makes cooking a little bit easier when you're not wanting to really dedicate some real time to cooking. So, like last night before the game, I was able to whip up a batch of wings in about half an hour.
Yeah, they look good. Tell you what.
Again, got no invite. Not even a cooking invite. Nothing. Said, hey, come pick these up.
You'd be waiting in traffic in 380 for 45 minutes.
Oh, so when you start cooking them, say, hey, I got you some food, come over. And by the time I get there, you'll be done.
You were in church, so
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I could have left church.
he won't leave. He won't leave church.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But anyway, what else y'all want to talk about before we wrap it up? We're not gonna talk about. We're not talking about the game.
Good game. Everybody's team lost, didn't they?
No, my team won.
Who's your team?
Green Bay, let's go Pack, go! Even with their backup, they still won.
You
Center's
know,
throwing up on the ball in the middle of the game. Third down.
He threw up and just snapped the ball. It was crazy.
I mean, props to the guy for staying out on the field. Like, he's a better man than me.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys got beat, but all I know is the number one team in the country is the Texas Longhorns. Name.
You're the 112th team in the country, so what you got to say about that? Anybody can be number one. Be alive is the thing to do.
Is it a rebuilding year, Junior?
It's a trash. The quarterback they have is trash. I think you could play quarterback better than him. I'm actually glad, and I'm gonna say this. Thank you, ESPN and Disney, for not having ESPN on the Direct TV streaming app that I borrowed from my mom, because I couldn't watch none of these games, so I couldn't see how bad it was. I saw some of the highlights. Good Lord. This guy couldn't hit nothing. He couldn't hit water if he was underwater. He found a way to miss if he swung to hit water, and he could be 100 feet deep in the ocean. He would find a way to miss. There's a reason why Debo Samuel and Clemson gave up trying to recruit him. Because there's a famous clip of him flying in a plane, said, "This is where you're going to throw touchdowns." And then a week later, they gave up trying to recruit him. But I'll give the Longhorns some credit. The Packers, I didn't know they won. I actually thought it was closer. I thought they were tied or something when I saw it on there. I was too busy about my team getting just drove. Now got to deal with these people at work tomorrow. Not looking forward to going to the office. What's the matter with that? So, and if Ed wins in fantasy football at the time of this recording, all will be right with the world. All will be right.
We'll see. Still 60 minutes of football left, so we'll see.
I don't think his guy's going to get that many points, but you never.
Stranger things have happened. Tell you that much.
Exactly. And I know better than to go pop off and say something, because it'd be my luck that he have a career game, 250 yards, and 4 touchdowns by the end of it. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut until the end of the night, and then we'll see what I have to say then.
You never know.
Either they had 34 points in the first quarter and didn't have another point the rest of the game. He was on my bench, so it's not like he would have done anything for my score anyway.
Hey, at least your kicker or your defense isn't carrying your team this week.
It's true.
He's going to get beat. So all might be real with the world, regardless of what happens in Ed's thing.
But anyway, let's wrap it up. 71, I believe. Like I said, first time since April. So definitely check this out. Let us know if you're in Kansas City. Definitely, if you're going to be in Kansas City for the World, definitely let us know. Or if you're going to be out at El Dorado Chevrolet on the 18th of October, hit us up. We'll be there. As always, give our products a try. Let us know what you think. Try it once, try it twice if you have not. Like we always say, give it a try, because you never know. You just may get hooked on that big taste, big flavor, big Salinas. What you got, Junior? Matter of fact, no, hold on. What you got, Ed?
Ed's going to have to come up with a way to end the show. Ed's going to have to, on the spot.
I'll have to come up with something. But for now, I'll say I'm glad to be aboard, and thanks for having me.
Too easy, but he'll come up with something. We'll let him come up. Maybe he'll do something in his little Hank Hill voice next time. But for sure, like I said, like Randy said, give us a try. We've had some people that I've never met again that said they may show up to the Royal, have actually ordered their products. Some that we've met have now got their family members trying the products because they cooked it on a brisket or something. And that's what we want right there. Like I said, our biggest thing is let our family cook for your family. Let what we do cook for you and help you bring your flavors out. And again, anytime you're out there cooking, do it with love, do it with passion, and we will see you down the road.